Hey there, thanks for joining me for coloring. Today we are going to be working on this adorable Moe's digital pencil image called Wanna Scream. Isn't she cute? This is how I felt pretty much every day last week because it was spring break. So I thought she'd be perfect this week. If you stopped by last weekend, I wasn't here. Sorry about that. It was spring break and I forgot about it. And so I had Natalie and Lexi here and we had to entertain them all week. So, you know, that included swimming, going to the park, watching movies, and just generally having kid time. So I don't think I even got into my craft room. But that's what we're going to color today. So next week we are going to be doing this cutie. This is CC Design stamp called Tiny Heart. This is a card kit, so if you want to pick her up, head over to the store and grab her. And if you use coupon code SAVE25, you can save 25% off your order and pick her up too, so you'll have her in time for class next week. Also in the store, if you like twinkling H2Os, if you haven't seen those, I did a video on those here a couple weeks ago. I'll put a link to that at the end of the video when we're all done. And those are half off. So if you'd like to use some twinkling H2Os to paint, to do some watercoloring with, now's a good time to buy those. I have a whole bunch and I need to clear up some space. This little card kit also, it comes with a stamp, but this time I picked up the die that goes with the girl because it wasn't too expensive. So you're going to get the stamp set with a die so you can cut it out. So just as an example, these were really popular the last couple of weeks with the big sentiments on there. I used my die to cut her out, and then I just went into my stash and found some sentiments that I could use and made a wholly separate card. So you could do that with your, just as an example of what you could do with your card kit. Hi Lainey, thanks for joining me. So we're going to do that one on the 12th, not this one, but this on the 12th. And then on the 19th, we're going to watercolor. We're going to do this Polka Doodles stamp called Bella Bear Bouquet. And I just posted this on the store blog. There's a link to the blog down in the description down there if you want to go over and read all about it. But we're going to watercolor this cutie. Maybe not the same colors, I'm not sure. But we're going to use the paint palettes that I put down in the description on the blog post. So whatever colors I pull from there are what we're going to paint with. But that's what we're going to do the following week on the 19th. So that sums up pretty much what we got going on around here for classes so far. I'll try to work on something else to put down for the end of the class for the rest of the month. I got behind somehow, I don't know. That's how these things work. So I went ahead and printed my girl out already on some Neenah 80-pound solar white cardstock. So let's go ahead and color. Lainey says she wants to learn to watercolor. Well, there you go. You're going to have to come back and color with me on the 19th then. We're going to do that. I think he's pretty cute. But I did, just so you know, for this one here with the little polka doodles guy, my printer does not let me do watercoloring. It'll smear the ink. So I printed him out on a piece of copy paper, and then I used my light box to trace him onto this watercolor paper. So he's not going to bleed. I used a micron pen to do the tracing with, and that won't bleed when you get it wet. So just in case you want to get him ready, and you can paint with me while we're here. Alrighty then. So let's go ahead and get out our coloring. So let's go ahead and do the background first. So for that, we're going to use B*000, 000, and our colorless blender. So we're going to use these. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with B 000. And I didn't make the blue go all the way around, so I'm just going to go kind of with, even with her pants here as my drop off for the blue. Because when you go to the store and you buy this girl, she has like this beautiful colored thing. When Mo colored it, she's got this beautiful halo around there. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of do a little something like that, just so she's got a little bit of stuff. So I'm going to go with more shadows on the right hand side. And so I'm going to go ahead and I don't want to put this dark color everywhere. I'm just going to kind of put it a little bit, and I'm going to touch down on right next to the line by her shirt, and then I'm just going to brush away from her shirt. Kind of like this, and then let's do a little bit up here, and then let's just work our way up this side. And I'm just barely touching that paper and flicking it away from her. And she's got a couple little spots in here that are not hair, like this one right here. Her hair is coming up off of her head. And this one over here is underneath stuff, so let's give that a little swab. It's harder to for me to brush towards the left. Maybe a little bit underneath of her shirt. Okay. Lainey says she uses colored pencils. I'm just learning to do some colored pencils. I'd like to learn how to do those better, but I'm gonna have to practice. Okay, so now we're gonna go with our B quadruple zero, and I'm going to go down here with her pants. So I want to go right about here, and I'm just gonna touch down on top of that blue right next to her shirt, and we're gonna brush out. And this will work best if your pen has ink in it. It's not empty. And some of these little strands, and I'm not worried that if I get some on her hair, because down here this hair is going to be black. So if you get some on your hair, don't worry. Up here we're going to have a little bit lighter hair, so I'm going to be a little bit carefuler. But we also want to bring our blue out this way. So let's go ahead and go up and around the top of this hair, and right here is an empty space, so I'm going to fill that in. And then let's work my way back down to where it connects with this one. And then we're going to go down the other side. Okay. And then I'm going to do my colorless blender. And same thing, I'm just going to go across those last two colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my pen down on top of her because she doesn't have any color yet. And then I'm going to swipe all the way across. And if you did accidentally color her, this is an easy way to get that color removed, because you're just going to swipe right over the top of it. And then we'll do this side. And again, this works best if your pen is full. Excuse me. And that's all I'm going to do to her, the background. Okay, so let's move on to her skin. So we're going to need... grab those. Okay, so we're going to use E11, 21, 00, 000, and then for cheeks we'll use our 20 and 30. And let's start with E11, and we're going to start down here on her leg because she's got just a little bit of her leg showing down here. So since her legs push forward right here in the front, I'm going to go with the darkest color up here by the shoelaces. And then we'll fill it in with our E21. Then we'll hop up here and we'll do her arm. Hi, Chris! Oh, Chris was here earlier when I did Bible journaling, and he was going to go off to a job interview. So we're going to hope that and pray that Chris gets that job that he was looking for. A week. That seems like a long time. I don't know if I'm going to last that long. You're going to email me when you get the job, right, Chris? So I'll know. I'm going to be thinking about it all week until you tell me. All right, so let's go with our E11 again. And I'm going to go... She's got some little lines already here on her arm, so you can kind of cheat and use those. And because her arm's folded right here, I'm going to give it just a little bit of color in that crease. Here. Each one of those little finger pads a color. And over here, her arms are really scrunched up, so let's go ahead and do most of that side. And then let's come around her elbow and brush out this way a little bit. And then we're going to have her hand. All right, then we're going to go E21. Job search is hard. That's not, and it's not that, it's stressful. I've been thinking here lately, maybe I should sum up my resume and go get me a real job so I can leave my house. Okay, then we're going to go with E00. And I'm just going to fill her arms in. And I tend to go over all of the colors I laid down when I get to the last color I want to put down. That helps kind of smush everything together. I'm thinking I'm going to give her another coat of E21 because her hand's not looking that fabulous. Then we'll go with, whoops, E00. Put a quick flick of that. And even up these tones a little bit. They're still looking a little scruffy. Okay, I'll let that sit for a minute and see how that goes. Okay, now we're going to go up here to her face. Excuse me. So we're going to go with E11 first. And let's see, she's got her ear right here. So let's go ahead and color that a little bit. And then her face, let's see, we're going to do, this side's got a bunch of shadows already drawn on there, so let's go ahead and use those. So let's go this, and then she's got a shadow already drawn on the back of this little piece of hair, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And then we're going to come down. And for her face, I'm going to bring this, because this is her chin, so I'm going to bring this around like so. And then let's get this little chin she's got right here. And also up here, she's got a bunch of little scratchy marks on her nose where it's all crunched up. Let's go ahead and scrunch those with some color. I'm going to go ahead and bring this out here a little bit more. just because she's got a bunch of little lines already there for me. So I'm just going to cheat and use those. And then we'll add E21. And I want to soften all that E11. So we're just going to brush right along the edge. I'm going to color her ear the rest of the way in. And then we're going to do her neck. And let's see, she's got a couple little spots here where her face is all mushed up. And then let's add a little bit on the edge right there. And we'll go with E00. And even though I colored her ear in, I'm going to swipe over it, which is this quick swipe, so that I don't have to make sure it's all, it helps it blend a little bit better. And then we'll take our E00 and swipe over her entire face. Oops, I had to color her teeth. Like I did. I'm gonna get my colorless blender and fix that. You can't have brown teeth. That's not gonna work for me. Okay, then we're going to put some color down on her cheeks. So let's go with R20 first. And I'm going to use, she's got these cute little dots right here. So let's go ahead and start right there. And same over here, she's got some little dots. We'll start with that and see how that goes. Then we'll add R30. And I'm thinking they need to be a little bit pinker. So let's go back with R20. She's really mad. She wants to have, she's gonna need some pink on her cheeks. All right, then we're gonna go with E00. And we're just gonna go over her face. Okay. And then another layer of our E00. She's just so funny. Okay, so now we're going to do, let's see, V20. We need to give a little bit of shadow on her teeth here, so I'm just going to give it a quick little swipe. She's got some little lines already right there, so I'm just going to use those and bring a little bit into this from the side. So it looks like she's got a little bit of a shadow going on there. And then we're going to pop down here and do her hair. Alright, so next we're going to do Y21, E50, W10, and W7. We're going to start with E50. I'm going to take my E50 and I'm just going to color all of her hair in. And even though I'm going to color this black, I'm just going to go ahead and swipe down just so I won't have to worry about it coming where, however far up I come with my black, I can just stop. And this color will already be there. Then I'm going to go with E21, and I want to add this just where we're going to have some dark spots. So let's go underneath here. And there's going to be a little bit coming out where her little ponytail wrappers are. Let's see, did I go down into here? Let's go ahead and pull this down into here, even though we're going to paint that black, because then we don't have to worry about it. Then we're going to go with W10. And I want to do the ends of her hair. So let's go with, let's start over here. So you're going to have to use just the tippy tip of your pen, because that's pretty dinky line for, on mine it is anyway. I didn't print it out that big. I'm just going to glide it along that line. And still, I could probably go out here just a little bit more. There. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. Let's get this one right here. And then she's got this little hair that's right here. So let's go. That. I'm going to get this one. My little line looks kind of scraggly there. Okay, this we're going to bring up into this one. So let's go ahead and do this. It's hard to just barely touch your paper and not try to get it everywhere. Okay, then we're going to bring this up into... Hi, Teresa! Did you get done with your laundry? Or did you find... Is your friend done with her laundry too? Okay, so we're going to pull this up. Like that. Okay, let's grab, we'll do the other side in just a second. Let's grab W7. And we're going to do this side just a little bit more. Okay. And then over here. All right. Now we'll go do the other thing. Good job, Teresa. Good job. Teresa says she's finished her laundry, and she's in the process of moving, so she had to do laundry. So she's finished her laundry, and she had lunch. I haven't had lunch yet. I did finish my protein shake, though. Okay, so we're going to go with this side. So let's go over here, where we got these little scragglers over here first. Okay. And I'm going to pull this up here some more, while trying not to color her arm. Okay, then we're going to go with W7. And I think that I will go with my W10 again and just do a little bit down here at the bottom. Oops, not like that. Okay, we're gonna leave her like that before I, color out of the lines. Black is not gonna come off, so if you get some on there, you are pretty much stuck with that. Let's go ahead and hop down here and we'll do her shoe since we had the W's out. So for her shoe, we're gonna use W10, 7, and V20. And let's start with W10. Go down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to say all this back stuff. Let's go back in here. And I'm trying not to color her laces because I'm going to leave those white. I'm not even going to bother coloring them. I'm just going to leave them. Okay, and I left the sole white, and I'm just going to add some shadows with my V20. And let's see over here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. And then we'll take our W7 and fill in the black parts. And then we'll take our V20 and add a little bit of shadow on the sole of her shoe. And this little patch here on the front. I don't think, maybe I did add a little bit of this shadow onto her shoestring, so let's go ahead and do a little dab of that. Well, here I colored her shoestring right here. I colored it the color of her foot. Good job. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, we're gonna let that set a minute and see if that comes off. Okay, so let's go up here and we'll do the leaves next. So let's do, for the leaves, let's do G94 and YG93. Okay, so G94, I'm gonna do a little dab on the bottom of my strawberry leaf. Kind of feather it up here in the middle part. And then go over here. And then we'll fill it in with our YG63. And I need to change the tip on this marker, because it looks gross. It looks pretty, how shiny it looks. That means it needs to be replaced. It's got some crusties growing on it. Okay, and then for her pants pockets down here on her patches, I'm going to do every other one the color of the leaf. So I'm just going to go with my G94, and I'm going to pick a patch. And they're pretty small, so you may not get them in the patch, but I'm going to try to make it look like the patches on her pants. Like every other one. I may not be successful, but who's gonna know? If I can't see it, then definitely they're not gonna be able to see it. We'll give it a little checkerboard there. Okay, let's go this way. This side's a little bit bigger. Okay. And then I'm going to do YG93 to fill it in. And I'm just going to cheat. I'm just going to fill it the rest of the way in. I'm just going to brush right over the top of that G94. Okay, so now that my shoestring is dried, I'm going to go back again, and we're going to give another coat. Get that wet and see if we can push the rest of that color off of there. So let's go ahead and do her shirt next. So for a shirt, we're going to use V20 and V00. And I'm going to leave it pretty white. So I'm just going to use all the lines that Mo drew on there to add a little bit of color. So let's start with V20. And let's do right here on the inside of her shirt first. And then right here some lines. So I'm going to use those. And then right up here, her face is kind of smushed onto her shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a little color. And then she's got a little wrinkle right here. And we'll do the inside down here, and here's a wrinkle. That. And then over here, there's a bunch of little lines right here. Let's go ahead and bring those down here. And then one right here. And then there's some more lines right here where she's got some kind of wrinkle in her shirt. And then they come up like this. And whoops, there's a little few right here. And then we're going to take V00 quadruple zero and just soften the edges. So I'm going to go right over the top of the V20 that I laid down. I'm going to go a little bit past, not too much, because I remember we want to keep the shirt pretty white. And then I'm going to leave the rest white. Then let's color her shirt. So let's see here. What do we need? 89, 20, 37, 24, 5, 22. That's a lot. Okay, so we're going to use these for our shirt and the strawberry. Or, sorry, the shirt and the pants. The strawberry and the pants. Okay, so we're going to start with R89. And for our strawberry, let's start with that. Whoops. So I'm going to do this side of my strawberry. Oh, Mike must have taken the mail out. It's raining today, so I didn't want to leave the mail out on the, we don't have like a giant mailbox. You have to kind of set it on the porch, and I didn't want it to get all wet, so I asked him when the mailman lady came to please give it to her. So the dogs are having a conniption because he went outside. Then we'll do R24. And I didn't worry about those little dots that are on the strawberry. I just colored right over the top of them. And then R05. And I'm probably going to have to give it a couple coats. And then R22. Yep, see, he was taking the mail out. Good job. Whoops, let's skip this one. Okay, so we're going to go with, no, let's do R89 again. And I'm going to brush this way just a little bit. And then 37. And then R24. I was mailing some cards to some friends, so I wanted to make sure they didn't get wet sitting on the porch. And then R05. And then R22. Everybody likes to receive mail, so I thought I'd send out some cards this week. Okay, now with the little dots here and eBay orders. That's always helpful. Okay, then we're going to go with R89, and for the little dots, I'm just going to dot on top of those little dots to put them back in with this pin. And I'm just doing a little bit. I'm not pressing very hard, because the harder you press, or the longer you leave it there, the more ink it's going to suck up. So you don't want it to be too long, or you're going to have a big old blob. Okay, then we're going down here and we're going to do her pants. Hi, Sonia! So now we're going to do R89. So let's go ahead and go, let me see, let's go right underneath of her shirt. And then she's got these great lines that are already here. So I'm just going to use those to my advantage like we did up there on her shirt. Okay, and we'll probably have to do 2 coats too, so. Oh, good, Teresa. She got her card? Your mom did? Good job. I was wondering about that just the other day. I forgot about it. And then I was like, I wonder if she got the card. I was hoping it didn't get lost like yours did. I'm glad she liked it. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the top of my R89 and I'm going to put my R37. And since I'm going to give it 2 coats, I'm not worried that it's not doing anything spectacular. Because it's not. I need to clean this one too. Look at that. Ew. Gross. I think this is ones I've changed at the end. Nope, I haven't changed that one, so I better get on that. Okay, then I'm going to do R24. I'm going to go ahead and swipe across the whole center right here because that's going to be all smooshed up, so it's not going to get much light there. Okay. And then we'll go with R05. And then R22. And remember, we're not worried that it's not blended because I'm going to give it a second coat because they look pretty terrible. Okay, so we'll go back with our R89 for a second coat. I forgot that one. And then we'll do R37. And then R24. Thanks, Kristen. She's turning out pretty cute. Okay, and then R05. and then R22. And then for her hair, she's got a couple little hair ties up here in her hair. So, hi Julie, welcome back. Oh, see, Julie was doing laundry. Oh no. 11.89. Laundry takes up way too much time. And then I'm going to go with R24. I'm thinking I'm going to have to train Lexi to do laundry because I don't really enjoy it, so. We'll get her started on that. She should be able to do laundry. All right, so there is our girl. Isn't she cute? I just love her. She's having a fit. All right, so let's go ahead and put her together. I'll put this one over here. That was an extra in case I messed up. All right, so I always start by making sure that my card is going the way I want it to go because I've put things on there the wrong way before, believe it or not. I know, it's hard to imagine, right? Okay. And I put a link to all this stuff down in the description box if you guys want to go pick some up, some paper and stuff. This is an older paper, so it's running out. And then we'll have this cute one. I really like the back of this one, but I don't think there's too much left of this one anymore. It had flowers on the back. Let's go. You should be able to train those cats to do some laundry. I think they should do laundry, definitely. Oh, and of course I picked the one that when I printed it, it made a little black smudge up here. Not the other one. I knew there was a reason I had to, because this one had the little smudge. Oh, well. It's fine. We'll just go with it. I'm going to send it to somebody, and maybe they won't notice that it's there. It kind of blends in with the paper. Okay, then we're going to go with... I love this sentiment. Well, shit, I messed up. Okay, so this sentiment, in case you're interested in this thing, it came from Kathy Zilski Designs. It's called Salty Ladies and Simple Sentiments. And I put a link to both of these down and below. You can grab those over at Simon Says Stamps. They're really funny. All right, so did these go all the way to the edge? Oh, they did. I'm so good. Okay, so we're going to pop these up. There's some even racier ones in the pile of stamps. And the Salty Ladies ones, there's a few on there that I would have used, but since I was going to use it for class, I decided it probably wasn't appropriate. That's a good idea, Lainey, to ink around the card. I didn't think of that. But there's just a little bit of something at the top. When my printer printed the girl out, it got a little smudge right there. Stupid printer. Okay, so we're going to go, I think this like this, maybe. Did I put that out far enough? Probably not. I could have done some distress ink around the outside and distressed it a little bit. That would have made it, covered that up perfectly. But it's okay. I'm willing to live with it. I would totally send this card to a friend if it said that. I would not be upset at all. My friends know me. They know I just like those kind of things. Okay, put that on there. Like there's another one on the little stamp set that says, shit happens. See, that would be perfect for this. Okay, so we're going to cut this off. But yeah, there's some on there that are pretty funny. Not meant for everybody, though. Not everybody thinks those things are funny like I do. I'll send it to one of my friends anyway. I don't care if they don't like it. Because that's just the kind of girl I am. So, got all that down there in the description. If you're interested in any of this stuff, I put it down below in the description box. These are from someone else. Like I said, I can't carry them because I'm just such a little guy, but I put a link in case you want to get the well shit I messed up stamp sets. So don't forget, ladies, next week we are going to do tiny hearts. If you're going to participate in the class, head over and grab a kit and use coupon code, what did I write it down? SAVE25 for 25% off of your order. So you can pick this up and some paper if you wanted to do this one. So that's next week. That's the 12th. And then don't forget, this one also comes with a die. You get the die to cut the girl out this time. Even though I didn't cut her out, she comes with a die. And then the following week on the 19th, we're going to do Bella Bear Boutique. Or bake the, you know what I mean, flowers, Bella Bear. But there's this, I just posted this on the blog, so if you go over and look at the store blog, you can find out all about it. And I did trace her, I printed her out on copy paper, and then I traced her onto watercolor paper because we are going to watercolor her. So, you know, if you want to do that one, head over and grab that at Polka Doodles. And there's a link to all of these over in the store blog. If you look under classes, you can find all the card kits, and there says blog post under above the picture. So you can go to the blog post and see a list of all the stuff you will need if you're going to participate or you want to pick something up. I always try to do that. And there's always stuff down in the description box too. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you're watching and you like the video. That helps me out. Lets YouTube know you like the videos and to post them so other people can watch them. I hope you guys are having a great week. If you have a question, make sure to leave me a comment down below. Otherwise, I will see you next Thursday at 11 o'clock for coloring. Bye, guys.